So hey guys, welcome back to the Fibonacci Swings. After a long time, we are here for the weekly outlook, and today we are gonna do outlook for the DXY, Euro, and GBP. So these are the three pairs which we are looking at. So DXY would be the base pair. After that, we have the two underlying pair of Euro and GBP, cable and fiber. These are the two pairs which we are going to look at. So first thing first, we are checking over the economic calendar, which is the Forex factory economic calendar, so we can see what's presented to us in this week. So we can see the first thing first is the daylight saving time. That means it is now inverting 1 hour back. So if you were using the New York time, that was -5 earlier. Now it is shifted to -4. You don't need to actually change the time. If your standard time is New York -4, UTC -4, it would be automatically adjusted. So the daylight saving time has been shifted, so you can expect 1 hour earlier the session. So in the winters, the sessions are getting delayed by the 1 hour, but as we are approaching the spring and summer, we can expect the uh, London session and New York session to shift it 1 hours earlier. So the 7 a.m. release, which is 8:30 release of the New York AM session, in the Indian Standard Time, it was earlier it was 7 p.m. Now it would be shifted to the 6 p.m. So you can understand it like this. So Sunday, we have this daylight shifting time. From the Monday, there is no news day, so we will be cautious about this day, because when there is no news, it is a lack of volatility. So we will expect a range day, or it should go to the targets. Or it should create a high above that area near the Mondays. Okay, Tuesday. We have another no news day. So what I am expecting is Monday to Tuesday, either it should be the ranging, or it should do something opposite and to create the wick of the week. So it would be open, high and low close scenario. It should be like this. So from the Monday and Tuesday, I'm not expecting that much, because we have no news days in this session. So firstly, I would say avoid Monday. So Monday, when we avoid the Monday, we can see the what's the next day for the uh, frame, so we can frame our buy. So I would avoid Monday. From the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, these would be our trading days. So this is what we are looking forward, and we will use the 8:30 time for manipulations, so we can see the London session, how it present us, and how the New York session present us. Tuesday is a no news day also, but we can expect a little bit of more volatility. Okay, Wednesday we have the CPI, so we can expect the 8:30 time of the New York session time to get something volatile. We can see the distribution or often the manipulation from this time. And we have Thursday, we have the unemployment claim. That is another major news. 216,000 is like X forecast. So what's the actual number? It would differ, and it would be based upon the release. That would be upon the Thursday, March 12th. It would be 8:30 according to the New York session time. So then we have the Friday. We have another news event for the GBP, which is on the 12:30. 12:30 is equivalent to the 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the London session. And then after that, we have another price index, PEC price index, that is on the 6 p.m., which is 8:30 the New York session time. So we have the news. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, this would be our framework. So I will wait for the Monday, how that day basically performs a week, and how that day prints. So I will wait for that. Okay, now the everything has been sorted about the news. Let's go towards the session and see what exactly we have gone through from this past week, so we can look for frame our biases for the next week. Okay, so first I will clear this all drawings so we can just carry forward. So right now I am at this Euro USD 4 hour time frame. So what we have done in the past, so let's see that in the daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, we can see we have swept out this low. After that, we have created a large wick here, and after that, we have been ranging for like past 3 days. So this has been the ranging market currently. So what we are expecting is on the Monday and Tuesday, we're expecting this fair value gap to be filled, and if we gonna fill, I am expecting this void to be filled out. First thing first, I'm expecting that this fair value gap, that it should remain open, and this fair value gap should get filled, and we can expect the downwards from this fair value gap. If we did the deeper retracement, that would be not healthy retracement. So what I'm expecting is a smaller retracement and manipulating of this high, so then we can continue lower. So what is the lower target? So we have these sell stops available right over here. these two sell stops, and after that we can look for the reversals on the euro. So first thing first, as what I was expecting is to get up to this fair value gap area and look for these sells from this fair value gap area up to these lows, and these lows will be the remaining targets. After that, we can see what the market presents us in the next weeks in the following. So this is a bias for the euro USD. So what we have done in the past week, we have swept out this low. This was the external range liquidity, and this was the range low. So we have swept out the sell stops. Now we are going forward internal range liquidity. This fair value gap. We have basically two fair value gaps here. So what I'm expecting is this down one to be get respected, and after that we should move towards these liquidities which are currently down there. Let's go to the DXY and see what's presented on the DXY. So on the DXY, we have swept out the same high, which was because it's an inversing pair to the Euro USD, so it is opposite. So what we have done is we have swept out the high right over here. We have swept out that high, and we have also created the range day for the consecutive 3 days ranges. And what I'm expecting is price to go do the run of the liquidities low is below. So I'm expecting price to do the run below, and then we can expect higher prices up to this area. So what we have here is first is the current liquidity right over here, the sell stop, the buy stops right over here. And what we have next is this week right over here, and what we have in the final, this fair value gap area presented right over here. So these are the three targets, three draws for this week. So what the first thing first I'm gonna do is waiting for price to get up to this fair value gap area. From this fair value gap area, we can expect price to continue higher and push higher up to this area of, I think, 99.4, 99.5 area, which is right over here, this weak area. And after that, we can expect price to get up to into this fair value gap area. If it wants to continue higher, it can go up to this 100 big figure area. Then we can see the reversals from that area. But for this week, what I'm expecting is from this fair value gap area to getting up to this high. So let's go to the 4 hour structure and see if there is anything interesting in the DXY. Let it wait. So yeah, it is currently, if you can see, we are currently in this range bound area. Price is just chopping around. So what I'm expecting is uh, Monday and Tuesday to create a low of the week. It's a low of the week right over here, and then we can push higher and create the high of the week. If you see the weekly candle right over here, we have been aggressively bullish. We do have a rejection right over here, the big rejection, but still we have this pending area to be filled. So yeah, we can expect the price to come down in the next following week, and then we can push higher. So this would be the for the DXY, and then we will go to the GBP USD, which is currently the same structure as the Euro USD. So but we have to watch that. So let's go to the GBP USD. So here is the GBP USD. We have swept out the key area, which was this low. Now what we have left with, we have these areas left, the wicks right over here. And if you see this candle, it has no wick. So this can also be with a potential draw. So what I'm expecting right now is to basically fill out this gap area, which is right over here. This is the gap. We can see the wicks only, that there is a basically no body. So what I'm expecting is price to come up to this area, fill this area out, then we can look for the sells from this area, taking out these sell stops right over here, then these lows right over here. Then what we can expect the reversal, or it should create a SMT structure, so it would confirm the intent that okay, now this is going bullish. So these are the two things which I'm expecting on the GBP USD. The first thing first is basically expecting the wick, making the wick from this week right over here, then we can continue lower. So if you see the weekly time frame, the weekly candle, how is that printed? Although it is printed the very rejecting candle, but see, we don't have any sort of structure right now. So what I'm expecting is to basically create a wick around this area, then move, push higher. If it did not continue, it would consolidate right over here. Euro USD and DXY would basically move, then it would consolidate right over here, then we can expect the reversals happening. So this would be the bias for the GBP USD. So I hope this week, I hope you like this weekly analysis, and let's see how this week's plays out in the next week. I will be uploading this analysis on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it there. Until then, bye bye.